Hi, I was once a trans youth, and now I'm a happy 22-year-old trans adult student at New College of Florida. This is my health care.
Ma'am? Okay.
Don't tread on it.
Senator Yarbrough has militarized the Florida GOP into the genital Gestapo. Ron DeSantis wants trans people dead. You are committing genocide.
I grew up in Germany in the aftermath of Nazis, and what you people are doing is no different. This is transphobic, it is cruel, and you really should be ashamed.
What you are doing by signing this bill is an act of war. The way it is, as it is now, my people will die. And that blood, if you support this bill, will be on your hands.
I'm 12 years old, I'm non-binary. If you pass this bill, many of us will die. I deserve to live as long as all of you. We are humans too.
When I was 2, I wanted to kill myself. By the time I was 15, I attempted to slice my own breasts off. I went to the ER because I was bleeding out.
I'd also like to implore you all to remember that less than a week ago, gun law restrictions were loosened. And anyone who thinks it's a good idea to come and take my child, I dare you.
Every time that I look at you guys in this committee, I realize more and more that you guys want to commit trans genocide and that our blood is on your hands.
I am the parent of a transgender child who is almost 8 years old, and we're at the beginning of our journey. And what you're doing is taking away life-saving potential opportunity for me and my family.
Every 45 seconds, a trans person makes an attempt on their life, meaning that one happened every 2 speakers that you saw this very moment. 10 years ago, that was me, and 1 year ago, that was one of my siblings. And tomorrow, it will be the children of people in this room. Your vote on this bill determines if that 45 seconds becomes 30.
Because let's be clear, this is life-affirming and life-saving healthcare. When our children tell us who they are, it is our job as grown-ups to listen and to believe them. That's what it means to be a good parent.
Alright, fucking seriously, no cap, men suck. If you're a man and you're watching this, there's like a 75 to 80% chance that you fucking suck. Time and time again, I get asked out at my work, online, whatever it might be, over and over again. You flirt with me for days, you fall in love with my personality, you fall in love with my body, whatever it might be, and then I end up in the end telling you I'm a post-operative transgender woman, and like fucking that, you disappear because of your shallow, fragile masculinity, and you try and play it off like, no, that's just not for me. Fuck you. It is 1000%, even if you don't fully understand it, because you don't think I'm a woman. There's a reason that I stick to women, and there's a reason why all the women I date are out of the league of any man in comparison, because they don't have this toxicity to them. Trans women are more than goddamn genitals. Ask us about our brain before you ask us about our body, you fucking twats. You straight up don't deserve us, and you think that we don't deserve you. Fuck you.
Normalize the bulge. We are normalizing the bulge. Women can have bulges, and that's okay. We're not gonna stare at their crotches while they're wearing their little shopping shorts at the mall. Oh, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Here's the thing about high school. Let's talk about it. I used to be a guy. I'm trans. I'm 20 years old. Hi. Nice to meet you. But I used to be a guy, and in high school, being gay was obviously rough, but I cannot imagine how rough my life would have been had I come out as my 100% authentic self, being trans. Here's the thing, it's way easier saying, I like guys, than saying, I want to be a girl, I want to be known as she, her, I want to be known as your daughter, I want to be known as your sister, I want to be known as your niece, not your nephew, and I'm eventually going to get real boobs. And it's way easier to just say I like guys than to come out as my true authentic self in high school. But obviously I came out as my true 100% authentic self, and I should have just done that in high school, because looking back at it now, no one really gave a shit that much that I was gay, so I doubt anyone would have cared if I was trans. In the end, just be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Look, nigga don't like me, kill me right now. Otherwise, nigga, pipe down. Y'all niggas rap too loud.
loud, nigga. Shh, what's that sound? That's me sneaking in your house with a chop. I'ma put that bitch in your mouth. Good morning, my name is Tokyo.
The second reason why you should get yourself a trans girl is because if you ever want to sleep over at your girl's house and your parents won't let you, all you have to do is tell them you're sleeping over at your bro's house, and if they don't believe you, just put me on the phone and I'll be like, hey, Miss Swan, yeah, can Jamie sleep over? No, yeah, we're just gonna play Xbox and eat Doritos, you know, things that bros do. No, yeah, don't worry, Miss Jamie, we'll be safe, I promise. And yeah, don't worry, I'll have him back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. sharp. What's that? Oh, no, there's not going to be any girls here. I promise you. All right. Good night, Miss Swan. I'll be there to pick Jamie up in a few. All right, later. Bye. Bye. So yeah, get yourself a trans girl. Why are you not laughing?
The kids are going to be the ones that save transgender rights. At least that is certainly the case in Danville, Kentucky, where a group of high schoolers walked out of classroom to demand that transgender rights be seen as human rights. Watch this.
Trans rights are human rights! 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 Trans rights are human rights!
This is amazing. Danville, Kentucky is not a large city. This is a small town that's outside of Lexington. Places like this are not typically where you think of whenever you think of bastions of transgender rights. But this just goes to show that young people and students and high school students, they support their trans peers and they are willing to do whatever it takes for our liberation. Kentucky is currently the site of some of the worst anti-trans bills out right now. There's one bill, for instance, that bans mental health care for trans people. Protests like this are how we will stop these bills. Good job, Danville, Kentucky high school students.
Hi. Hi. So tell me, yeah? So do we still have to hide who we are? No, silly. We don't have to hide anymore. Really? Our dad? He made sure of that.
Me thinking I'm gonna have a big baby because of how big I got. Only 5 pounds, 14 ounces.
Guys, I'm literally shaking for no fucking reason. I was just misgendered by this person I was helping at work on repeat, and for some reason I couldn't correct him. I don't know why. I just every single time he called me man, I just didn't know what to say back. Anyone else?
But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I am fucking tired of TERFs making a mockery of real women. Oh, what? You were born with ovaries? You bleed every month? You have XX chromosomes? Yeah, that's cute. Tell me what other external factor that doesn't apply to all of you defines you. At the end of the day, you're out here thinking that trans women are making a mockery of you when it's the exact opposite. You are pretending that you know that you're a woman when the only people here who know that for sure are the ones who have put in the work to understand themselves. The trans women. You have put zero work into actually understanding yourself. You are only a woman because everybody else around you looked at these same external factors that you look at and said, seems like woman behavior to me. And you went, all right. The only person making a mockery of womanhood is you because you do not fully understand what makes you a woman. Stop harassing trans women. I don't even identify as a woman and I'm more of a woman than you. It's okay to be scared of cishet men, but don't take it out on people who aren't even a fucking threat.
I want to talk to all the trans kids for a second. So if you're a trans kid, get comfortable for a couple minutes. And if you're the parent of a trans kid, then, bring them over to the phone or bring the phone over to them, whatever works. Hi, I'm James. My pronouns are they, she. And I think a lot of you knew that because a lot of you were commenting on my last video about how scared you are. And I want to talk. As you know, I'm a non-binary person. I'm 27 years old. I came out I think 4 years ago I was 22, 23, but I've known my whole life that I was non-binary. I've always known I wasn't a boy and I wasn't a girl, and when I was growing up it was really confusing because we didn't have the words to talk about that. And nowadays we do have the words to talk about it, and I'm so excited to see how many of you are publicly queer and trans and accepting yourselves and have trans friends and communities where you can be who you are, because that's so important. And I wish I had that when I was growing up, but I have it now. So, you know, it got better in the long run, I guess. But there are a lot of people, especially politicians and powerful people, that are talking about us and specifically talking about you and your rights to your body and your right to transition. And they are weaponizing you and politicizing you, and it's hateful and it's wrong. And you probably talk to your parents about it, or maybe your friends. And I know sometimes you DM me about it, and I read them, as many as I can. And I just want you to know that I love you. And there are tons of people. There are 400,000 people just on this corner of the internet that love you and are going to fight for you and are not going to let you be a political ping pong ball as much as we can help it. And these people that want to take away your rights to be who you are, they are scary. And I'm scared too. I would be lying if I told you I wasn't scared. But the reason they want to take away our rights to be who we are is because they are scared. Because they see our joy and our self-acceptance and our beauty as a threat. Because we celebrate who we are. And no matter how bad this gets, because it might get worse, it might get harder. I would be lying to you if I told you that it wouldn't. I want to be honest with you the way that people were not honest with me. It might get worse, but that's because there are more of us now, and there are more people that are publicly trans and demanding for the world to change and demanding that we are loved and celebrated for who we are. And so in the moments where it feels like it's too much, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel really, really down, remember that your celebration of who you are and your joy, our joy at being trans, is our biggest tool for resistance. As long as we have joy for who we are, they will never win. I love you.
Yeah, I'm 6'1", 350. He's a hippie in a diaper that's got holes in his hands, and you can see his ribs. I
guess my main issue with trans women being seen as women and not being seen as trans women is they're changing the definition of women and expecting everybody to go along with that. And that affects me, yes they are, and that affects me directly. You say trans women are women are trans women. It's a very different experience.
Trans women are women.
Well, we're just gonna agree to disagree with that.